Hello everyone. Welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee and I hope you're having a very blessed day today. So today we are going to be in Proverbs and I am going to be using this printable, this Apple of the Eye printable from my Soul Sisters Bible Journaling Facebook group. And I cut out a bunch of these little apples and little flowers and such. So I fussy cut those out and I have them all over here on this side so I know what I'm doing. But today we are going to be in Proverbs 7. And the verse that we're specifically focusing on is verse 2. But verse 1 says, "My son, obey my words and treasure my commands. Keep my commands and live, and guard my instructions as you would the pupil or apple of your eye." And then it goes on to say, "Tie them to your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your relative. She will keep you from a forbidden woman, a wayward woman with her flattering talk." So this is all about obeying the word. But I do want to grab these notes because in the small devotional that they give out, it's a free devotional in our Facebook group, and this whole thing about the apple of your eye is all about focus. Like, who is your focus on? What is your focus on? And there are a variety of verses in the Bible, and that's why I have this, because I can't remember off the top of my head. So Psalm 17 verse 8 says, "Keep me as the apple of your eye, hide me in the shadow of your wings." That's David talking to the Lord. And then in Deuteronomy 32:10, it says, "In a desert land he found him, in a barren and howling waste. He shielded him and cared for him. He guarded him as the apple of his eye." That's the Lord speaking there. And then in Zechariah 2 verse 8 says, "For says the Lord of hosts, after glory he has sent me against the nations which plunder you. For he who touches you touches the apple of his eye." I love that. It just means we are so close to God that we are the apple. Like he considers us the apple of his eye. But in the devotional, and it's printed very tiny, so let me bring this up to my eyes here. It says this phrase, the apple of his eye, in Hebrew is Bavayn. So I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Ayin. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But actually, so the apple of his eye in Hebrew by those two words actually means the small image that is reflected on another's eye. So I don't know if you can see this. It's a small image reflected in the pupil of the eye, right? So when you are looking at them face to face, when you look closely into another person's eye, you see a miniature reflection of yourself. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. And it's so true. And I never really thought about that until this devotional. And so it means if you're close, like I'm taking it to mean that I'm close enough to God, I'm close enough to Jesus, that when he looks at me, there's a small reflection of me reflected back to me in his pupil of his eye. And that means that we need to be close. We need to draw near. We need to be close. Just like the Bible says, draw near to him, be close to him. He shelters us under his wings, like an eagle, or like a chick, like a mother hen, guards her chicks and all that. Well, that's how close we are to be to the Lord. Close enough where we can see the reflection of ourselves in his eyes. And I am praying, the reverse of that, what I also think of is that when people see me and they get close enough to me, that they see the reflection of Jesus in my eyes, I guess, reflecting on them, if that makes sense. So I kind of like the duality of it, of, if I get close to God, I can see the reflection of myself in his eyes, but if I'm close enough to him, he's also seeing the reflection of himself in my eyes. Wow. I mean, that's just phenomenal. I love it. So y'all, let's get crafting. So I did not prep this page because I'm just going to be using some gelatoes. I cut out all the, I probably should prep the page actually, because I'm going to be using some ink, but we'll see how it works. So I'm using my gelatoes. I call them my big lipsticks. This one is margarita mix. This one is mango, and this one is red cherry. These kind of look like the colors of the apples. So I am going to, let me move that. I'm I'm going to put some of this on my glass piece here, and I'm using a brush that I got from Amazon, and I am just going to actually just kind of brush some color onto this page in a variety of spots. And I'm trying to figure out where my pictures are going to be and such. And you know what? Let me grab my little piece here, my laminated sheet. I love this laminated sheet. I've used that, I think, probably more than any tool ever. This little laminated piece of paper that I have gotten, and this was laminated when I first started Bible studying with my Bible study group from church. One of the ladies laminated paper for all of us, which was so sweet. And I have used this piece for years now. I love it. So it's one of those things that, you know, I just got so used to using, and now I use all the time. So I'm just literally just getting some color on this page. We're gonna mix a little bit, and I mean, we're gonna have a lot of other things on this page, so, but I just really wanted to get just some of the apple color. This color kind of reminds me of Granny Smith apples, which I love. I love the tartness. I love them, especially with peanut butter and caramel. Oh, it's like a caramel apple, y'all. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna have paper right here, so I really don't think I'm gonna need anything on this side. Okay, so let me grab paper towel. So it's the holidays. Whoop, whoop. I guess. I'm trying to get ready for the holidays, so I'm putting some orange down and some red down, and I'm gonna use the same brush for both of these since they're kind of in the same color category, and I'm gonna mix them a little. So I'm gonna start with the orange, and I'm gonna kind of mix it with the green too, just to get some variety of shades here. And I don't mind if I have white spots, and I mean, it's just really just for some color. Put some at the top here. But yeah, the holidays. I'm sure you all are getting ready for the holidays. I'm trying. Just had my tiles done. They were disgustingly gross, y'all. Just gross. I haven't cleaned my tiles in forever. I mean, I mop and such, but I didn't get like the grout cleaned and everything. So I finally cracked down, or broke down, I guess I should say, broke down, and hired somebody to come. I tried doing it myself. I'm gonna do the red. So I tried doing it myself, and yeah, it was not working. Oh, I love that. So here's my verse, and I'm putting this right here. So yeah, I cracked down, or broke down, whatever the word is, broke down and hired somebody to come and do my tiles because they were just disastrous. And I'm trying to do some stuff around the house. So we varnished our front door because that was getting all weathered, like super weathered. And since it's, you know, the holidays, and I'm finally getting like a little break in my schedule, just a tad, because everyone's so busy with the holidays, which I'm kind of liking because it's giving me a chance to get caught up on a few things. So we varnished our door. We were working on the backyard, you know, like just trying to get a few things done. I got my tiles cleaned just in time for the holidays. Now in time for just everyone to come and track a bunch of stuff in. But, you know, they're clean now. The grout's all, you know, perfectly white again versus like brown and gray, how it was like with all of our, you know, now that my son's gone out of the house, I feel like I can finally, you know, fix the house up a little. So we painted the walls, like all those holes, and oh my gosh, when he left, his room was just a disaster. So we had to like patch up the walls, paint the walls. We had to clean, like do a deep clean. So now we're trying to figure out, hey, what are we going to turn his room into? So yay, we have an extra room now in the house. Is it starting to look like different shades of apples here? I'm like, yeah, we've got like the different shades. I should probably get some more green. This is more of a yellow green. I should probably get a more green, but yeah, that's okay. That's okay. The apples will pop out the green, I think. If I need to add some more, I will. Okay, I think that's good. Let's just put some here. Just some shades there. I don't think I even have a bright, well, I might have a bright green. Let me, hang on. Let me grab my, oh, let me see, where were my, oh, right here. I'm looking all over and it's right in front of me. Here's some green. Let's try this. Let's do a little bit of this green. Oh yeah, that's like that's Granny Smith apple green right there. Oh yeah, there we go. That's just the color it needed. It needed that pop of green. So let's do that. I thought that would be a little too bright, but nope. So yeah, so we're getting stuff done around the house, you know, that big long list of stuff. We're finally getting it done. But I also noticed that since my son moved out, I'm missing quite a few things out of my kitchen and a few other places. I'm like, where did that go? And I have a funny feeling and a pretty positive feeling that my son stole, took a lot of my pots and pans and dishes and what have you with him to his new apartment. Because, you know, I'm sure he didn't have any of his own. I'm gonna get that piece off. So, yeah, I'm sure, took some from my house, which is fine. I told him to kind of go through stuff and grab what he needed, and he took that to heart. So, I'm missing a few things now, and so now I gotta restock up on a few things. But, so it's been, you know, a time of just getting a few things done around the house, and things that, you know, we've been putting off for the longest time. And now that it's holidays, everyone's I finally have a few free moments. I wasn't going to cover this whole page, but it looks like I am now, y'all. That's okay. We'll just keep it going. Might as well. I'm not covering this part because there's going to be paper there, I think. I'm getting some darker shades here. I love that green. Oh, that brought the color that I really wanted right there. Yeah, it was missing something. Let me do one more. Let's do some right there. Let's just kind of blend all this together. Make it like a Granny Smith. What are the other apples? You got Granny Smith. You got Red Delicious apples, I guess, on a few other ones. Okay, let me move that. I'll wipe that off real quick. Okay, and let me just move this. I'm gonna wipe that off over my, there we go. Wipe all this off. Over my garbage, move that. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, so now I had this stamp. Well, I have this stamp too. Let's do this one first, I guess, since it's already on here. And let me move all this. Grab a piece of scratch paper. I'm gonna put this here. Make sure y'all can see. Okay. I got VersaFine ink. And I'm gonna prime this, meaning like I have not used this stamp yet, at least. It doesn't look like I've used it. I might have in the past and just really cleaned it real good. But I wanna make sure I'm gonna get a good image here. So I'm gonna try it on a scratch paper first. Okay, that's good. Look at this cute little, I don't know, for some reason, I just thought she was cute. And there goes my chair, I'm falling down. And so I'm gonna put her, I'm thinking this will kind of go maybe right around here. So I'm gonna put her like right about there. Right over the apple. Apple will kind of cover her a little bit, but okay, y'all know. I'm gonna, whoa. There y'all go. Stamped on my hand. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh my gosh, I'm glad it can be all your all's comedy for the. Okay, we're gonna put her right about there. And of course, I can't because I have to put her down here. And let's do this again. Because this was jamming into that part, and so I had to move her over. Try again. Okay, this is gonna go right about here. So she's gonna go right about here. And we'll see if I can get a clear picture. My book's going down, so I'm pressing hard. I'm standing up, pressing hard. Yeah, that's clear enough. Clear enough. Okay. And then this I'll just put in the wash. I'll put it in the sink later. Okay, and then I also had this one. And these are like little heart banners. I don't know if it'll stick there. We shall see. Yep, let me move that here so I know where. So let's try this one. So I had this stamp too. So I figured might as well use it because I have these were the printables that came with it. Isn't that cute? But I'm gonna do this black stamp in the background. So let's just try it and see what it looks like. Okay, that's cute. Okay, let's see if we can get a good impression on this on the book. I'm gonna just put it right up here. There it goes. It's going down, y'all. And when you push down on this, the book goes down. So that's why I'm not getting the best impression, but it would help if this was on a steady, you know, hard piece, but it's still cute. I don't mind it being not as clear. Okay, so let me move that. I'll move that. Let me grab this paper. So I had this paper too. This is just scrap paper that I had. And I'm thinking I want this to kind of tear from, I guess from here, just like on an angle, kind of going down the page. We shall see what it looks like. Let me move that. I'm gonna tear a little bit. Tear a little bit more off that. Let's see. So she can kind of peek out a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. I think I like that. I don't know. We'll see how it looks with all the other things on, but I'm gonna glue that on right now because I think I like that. If I don't like it, I could take it off. Okay, let me make sure. Yep, we are in screen. We're in focus. We're in wherever all the things we need to be in. So y'all, my book has been coming together. I have one of my editors, call him my editor. He's a friend I have who's a professor, and he is helping me edit and go over my book. And it's hopefully going to be out in the new year. We shall see. Whoop, whoop. Another one. Whoop, whoop. We shall see. Okay. So I'm working on that as well. Okay, so here are some more of the printables. I love the word as the apple of my eye, and I'm actually going to try to find a black pen. Let me see. What is this one? That's a thick. Here's a thin. Keep my commands and live and guard my instructions as you would the pupil of your eye. And you know how we all are so protective of our eyes. And he's saying here, guard my instructions as you would the pupil of your eye. Like, it's precious. Your eyes are precious. You want to make sure you keep them as such, right? And as I grow older and I am losing my eyesight, I realize more and more how precious your eyesight is. Whew, it's very precious. So yeah, you want to guard your eyesight. Okay, so I'm thinking of having these go like this, perhaps. Some I printed out smaller than others. I just, printed these out on like a couple pages and the sizes weren't very perfect, but I don't mind because it's like from the far flags to the closer flags, I guess, we're gonna play with. So this is gonna kind of go like this. And then that's gonna go like that. But yeah, definitely look up those verses. And I'm gonna have this just kind of go right here because I think these apples will cover it. We'll make them cover it. There we go. So you'll never know that it doesn't even go all the way through. So we'll have these apples hanging, like it's hanging from a tree. Let's see. There's the little branch right there. But yeah, look up these verses. You might want to look up apple and do a word study of any verse that has to do with apple in the Bible, or eye, or the pupil of your eye, or the apple of your eye. But that little tidbit of, you know, somebody's reflection in your eye. I love that. Actually, you know what? I think I want to put, oop, oh my gosh, I've got so many layers here. I think I'm going to put this one on top. There we go. All the apples hanging from the tree. Okay. I also have these little apples. We can have these guys hanging. I mean, I'm pretty much covering up that stamp I just put on, but you know, it gave it something. I think I might just have those hanging. These little baby apples. So it took me a little while to fussy cut these out. Again, you know, I just kind of do it while I watch TV or I'm hanging around. I don't know where I want this. I guess I'll just stick it right there. I'm covering up my whole stamp, but then I've got these flowers. I'll just put those right there, I think. Perhaps. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna cut that little piece off. Okay. Okay, so the little apple, Proverbs, perhaps right about there. I'm pretty much covering that stamp up too. All the work I put in, I just cover it up. Okay, the word as the apple of my eye, maybe right about there. Then we've got this big old eye. And then we've got all these little apples. So let's figure out what exactly, how exactly we want to do this. Maybe something like that. And this, and then I want to put this right there so it'll pop out of that. Okay, so I definitely know that's going there. So let's just glue that there. And then this one's gonna go right about here. So really now all I'm doing is just assembling my paper, my page. And I don't know why I put that stamp there other than the fact that I just thought it was cute. I was looking for that stamp and she was kind of along with it. And I'm like, oh, she's just cute. I just like, maybe it just kind of reminds me. I know this is like, she's in a bunch of flowers, so it's more springy versus fall and harvesty. But I love her little whimsical look. Like, you know, she's enjoying out in nature and she's just, I don't know, just like carefree. I love that about this little stamp. So I don't know. For some reason, I put her there. Maybe she's speaking to one of you for some reason. I don't know. You know, sometimes when I do a page, I don't really fully understand why God led me to a certain something. And then someone will write something to me saying, oh my gosh, that like reminded me of my childhood or something. I don't know. And I'm like, that is exactly the reason why God led me to that. So maybe one of you needed that for some reason. Or maybe I did, maybe I just need to be carefree right now. I'm trying to figure out. I know that's a little wonky, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be straight. The word as the apple of my eye. And then we are going to shift this down and we are going to glue this eye. So I'm going to do this. But yes, this is a printable from, I'm going to put that right about there, from my Soul Sisters Bible Journaling group. And someone wrote a devotional for this. Like it was like a 1-page devotional. So let's see. I love the little mini devotionals we get in a lot of my Facebook groups. I'm in a variety of Facebook groups, and I get different devotionals in each group, different printables in each group, or I have my own things, own printables or what have you. And I'm trying to figure out what we want to do here. I want to make sure we see that image in the eye. So yeah, I'm so blessed to be in these groups that we get these great devotionals and great printables and just great ideas and, support and prayer and all of that. It's such a blessing. And I'm doing these apples like wonky, a little haphazard, because I don't like everything all straight up and down, matchy-matchy, and perfect, whatever it may be. Ways, but I do want this one to kind of come down and hang down a little bit, like it's like fruit from the tree. So we'll put a flower right there. My fingers are getting amazingly sticky from all this glue, as usual. Y'all know me, I'm a messy crafter. Messy. Let's see, we'll just do that like that, and then this flower right there. Then I think we're almost done, or we are done. Kind of like that though. I know it's upside down. Am I? No, let's flip it. We shall flip it. Now I need more glue. We'll just go like that. I like having I don't like having it all like that either. I like having pieces sticking out, sticking down. So that's why I like this. But there we go. I think that's the page. Let me smooth this part out a little bit more, because I had this here. It was like, a little piece right there. It's bugging me. Okay, well, there we go, y'all. And all this was just some scrap paper. And actually, let me put a little color, if I have any left on my brush. A little color there. And there we go. Okay, so there's our page, y'all. Hope you enjoyed that. So this is Proverbs 7, verse 2. It says, keep my commands and live and guard my instruction as you would the pupil of your eye, or the apple of your eye. And I gave you a bunch of verses at the beginning that you can look at. And here, let's bring it up close. So there's our stamping and all our little cutouts at the top. Just some gelatoes smeared on the paper with some brushes. And then all we did was really cut and paste. Just did a couple stamps. Did a little collaging, I guess, with this paper here. And this was just some scrap paper I had probably from some school. It's just one-sided, from some school paper I had from way back in the day, some scrapbooking paper. But I used that just to add a little bit more interest. I probably could have, but then I didn't want to cover this. So yeah, no, it's perfect. It's perfect. We are going to leave it. So there you all go. Thank you all so much. I hope you all enjoyed that and have a very blessed week. And I'll see you next time in the next video. Bye, y'all.